I have top two. One was probably when I broke the career hit record earlier this spring. It was a great moment because after I got my hit, the entire dugout erupted. All my teammates were standing and cheering, and then I looked over and I saw my mom and my dad crying and hugging, and so I broke down and I kind of cried on second base. So that was a pretty amazing moment to have support from my teammates and being able to reach that point in my career. And then the second happened again this spring. We got to host a travel team with 12 and under girls because a girl named Brianna was having surgery. So the team came and we won. We beat Valpo, and then we signed autographs and took pictures with the team. So that was a pretty cool moment too.
From the team standpoint, I think probably the best memory was winning that first indoor conference title this year. It was a pretty exciting time for both the men's and women's team. And then from an individual standpoint, so far, being able to get in the final at the indoor national meet and finish third, and hopefully make a few more memories this outdoor season.
It was really exciting winning the Valpo game this year. It was 40-mile-an-hour winds, and it was raining, it was freezing, and we got to go to the semifinals after that game, so that was pretty exciting.
My favorite memory from my time at Loyola would probably have to be my first collegiate cross-country race. When the gun went off, I was running right next to my teammate Holly Rohde, and she fell, and she fell so hard that she brought me down with her, and both her and I were laying on the ground laughing, and we were expecting them to restart the race because it was at the beginning, but they didn't. So we just got up and we were laughing for the first 400 of the race. And that was my first collegiate race ever, so it's a pretty memorable one.
I have a couple of very good memories, but one of them I can recall is my freshman year, my first cross-country race. When my best friends on the team, Catherine Chrysler and I, this is our first cross-country race, and we both fell at the start, and we just started cracking up and laughing and just kept running. It was really funny, but also just making a lot of really good friends on the team and, all my friends in school. So those were probably my favorite memories.
Probably kind of an easy answer, but it was when we won the championship, the Horizon League championship in 2011. And, it's something that I'll never forget from my experience. And
Probably when we had soccer practice and I was on the team that was losing at the time, but if you did diving header, you got 10 points and automatically won. So I tried doing a diving header, but it turned into more of a flop on the ground. So that was probably pretty good.
I think one of the best soccer memories I've had is when I was a sophomore, one of our seniors arranged that at our practice. Every time the ball hit the post, we were going to do a squat. Every time the ball went out of bounds, we were going to yell something like woo, and we were going to see how long it took for our coach to notice at practice. So that was pretty entertaining. It was one of the funnest practices we had with our team at the time.
My favorite memory from Loyola was probably when we made it to the Horizon League championship game, because, that's what we work for every season, and to finally get there was a big accomplishment.
I think my favorite memory at Loyola is just getting to play soccer with a lot of great people that I met throughout my 4 years here, whether if they were my age or younger or older. So just being with them and getting the experience to share with them was pretty cool.
I'd have to say probably being able to play in alumni gym. I know only a handful of us in this senior class did, and now it doesn't even exist anymore, so that's a memory that I'll always have, especially beating Cleveland State on our home court. I think that was my sophomore year. That was one of the most exciting games I've been a part of. So just that tradition of Loyola athletics. Obviously now we have way new facilities, but I think the tradition of alumni gym is still alive.
Getting second at the conference indoor meet in 2012. It was just a big culmination of a lot of great, just a lot of guys that I came into the program with. It was kind of our culminating accomplishment.
If I was stuck on a deserted island, I would pick both my roommates, Kristen and Sally, because Kristen is very intelligent, but Sally is kind of rugged, so I think we'd survive.
Mike Bunting or Diane Aspersions. I'd pick Mike because he's like definitely one of the smartest guys that I know, so he'd have an answer for a lot of our problems. And Dinas because he's a very outdoorsy guy, and I feel like he could build something out of anything, and he would know the ways of the land and know where to go.
If I were stuck on a deserted island, I would definitely want to be stuck with Gina Valgoy. We've been friends since almost day one, and there's just been so much we've gone through together, and I wouldn't want to be on another island with anyone else.
I think when I came in 4 years ago, I was pretty shy, pretty quiet. It was a completely new experience for me. Obviously, leaving home, coming here that freshman summer, I had no idea what to expect as to now 4 years down the road where I am here. I think I've become a much more vocal leader. I think that's helped me, on the court as well as off the court, and hopefully for the rest of my life.
Just one lesson I've learned is just that anything's possible through hard work. When I came at Loyola, freshman and sophomore year, I wasn't really a big starter. I wasn't really contributing that much. So I just knew I really had to push myself, and I worked hard and just in the weight room and just on the court. Every moment I got, I just tried to get better at volleyball. And then eventually I was able to get a starting position. For the past 3 years, I've been a starter, and I feel like I've been able to contribute a lot to this team, and all that was accomplished through hard work. And that's one of the lessons that in life, just hard work can get you to your goals.
Just how to get out there and meet people. I came in after already having 2 years of college under my belt, and I got here and didn't know anybody. So the biggest thing is I learned is how to get out there and not just meet athletes, but meet everybody that goes to Loyola and see the different types of people that, the diversity here at Loyola and especially in Chicago.
Overcome a lot of adversity, which I did here, as well as I was forced to make friends and relationships that are going to last me a lifetime because I knew nobody here when I came. So that's a skill that I picked up.
One thing I learned is definitely, I think time management is a big one. Just being a student athlete, we learned to balance our time between studies and also practice, and so I think that's a big one. And also just respect. I mean, the athletic department has been really great to my team and especially to me, and so I think that respect is a big one that I can take with me in the future.
Wow, just the athletics are fantastic. They really teach us about integrity and about how to present yourself in a public atmosphere and how to play nice with other kids and other adults.
I think it's just what I guess being at Loyola and playing a sport at Loyola has meant to me is just an ability to kind of balance everything that's on my plate. I know that from here on out after college, life is only going to get more complicated. I'm going to start having more responsibilities and more things I have to do.
I would think just the memories with my teammates, something always that I can look back on and always remember.
Yeah, being optimistic about things, I guess, just because there's been a lot of ups and downs for me here at Loyola, but, a lot of people have stuck with me through my injuries and stuff like that and, helped me out. And so, being optimistic and looking on the bright side of things, I definitely take that with me.
You probably learn a lot while you're here, time management-wise. I think, you're always going to remember, the friends and experiences you had, but along the way you really pick up some useful skills.
I definitely think, and it's weird because I'm just not realizing this, looking back on it, but the Jesuit aspect of the school has really helped me, in life. I've gained a lot of a good perspective on life and how I should live life, how I should treat people, what type of people I want to be around and stuff. And so I think the openness that's been created within me is really something that I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
The city has a really good energy. Going downtown every day on the L or in the shuttle and seeing people, it's a good way to remember that you're not the only people in the world and there's people all around us going through lots of different things.
What I'll miss the most about going to school in the city is just being so close to everything. And for instance, I live right across the street from where all my classes are, so I'm going to miss waking up from a nap 5 minutes before class and just strolling in.
I'm definitely going to miss our track team atmosphere. I see a lot of other teams having close bonds, but we usually have like team dinners every night. We just do a lot of stuff together, and it's just nice always having 60 other people to count on if I need to go to dinner or something like that.
I'm gonna miss this campus. It's a beautiful campus, and it's changed a lot since my freshman year. Although I'll miss alumni gym, this is a great campus right on the lake. Just finding that that serenity inside the city. This campus is like kind of tucked away. It's like a little hidden secret in the midst of a big city.
I'm gonna miss my friends definitely, because it's so easy to just see anybody whenever I want since we live so close.
My favorite teacher at Loyola would probably be Eve Jeroulis. She taught international marketing, and she just had a whole different style than most professors. So I think that I learned a lot, and she was just really nice and had a good character to teach people. So,
hands down, Penny Livermore. She's a saint. She's an angel.
Probably my entrepreneurship classes. There's only one teacher for the entrepreneurship program, and that man has inspired me, pushed me, and it's just a great mentor to have, and I'll always keep in contact with him for advice.
Probably Professor Stenko in the accounting department. Had him for a class, and he helped me with career preparation a lot.
My favorite class at Loyola would have to be social psychology with Fred Bryant. I just thought that he was so passionate about what he was teaching, and it made me want to learn more about it.
Probably my favorite professor would have been Dr. Hunt. I had her for, I think, 4 or 5 classes, and I definitely always looked forward to it. And she even came to our games, brought us brownies, so that was always the best part.
Dr. Fredericks, he's a sociology professor. He's taught here for 50 years. Really knowledgeable, and I really liked his class.
Okay, so a few things that Kirsten, our assistant coach, says weird is she will call the garage the garage, which is weird. And all of our pennies have fruit names. So our pink pennies are called watermelon, and she calls them watermelon. Kirsten telling us to get ready for practice. All right, get your boots on and get on the pitch.
Well, sometimes, you don't use this if it sucks, but sometimes after drills, Barry will just kind of not say anything, and we'll come in and he'll just be like, okay, girls, and then he'll go on and say whatever we need to do. So I don't know if that's good, but.
No, come on, fast going, man, come on. I got a guy who he knows someone, and yeah, he can hook everyone up. Yeah, I got a guy. Don't worry about it. I got a guy.
So this is our impersonation of our coach, Jackie Kropp.
Jackie, I'm feeling really sore.
Okay. How else are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right. We're still going to have you run 10 miles today. Is that all right?
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
For Mark Holz, he always has certain sayings that he always does. One of his most popular ones is stuck in between a rock and a hard place, or, their offense is pretty vanilla. And when he talks, there's Coach right there. When he talks, he likes to close his eyes and just emphasize every word. So Holz is definitely the easiest person of our coaches to impersonate.